to hear my excitement. We're back finally with another video.
With both of us this time.
Right? It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have we?
A good,
Yeah,
like 4 months.
We're back.
So yeah.
Okay. This video is going to be about long distance relationships.
Talk about what it feels like the things we go through and how we overcome some situations. I guess.
So for those of you who are wondering, we're both in long distance relationships. Yours has been how long?
It's been on and off, so but like in total it's like 3 years.
Crazy. Mine's only been 1 month long. Baby.
A few people asked us questions. Like we always get questions like, why are you doing it? And when do you get to see the person? And blah blah blah. So I think for me, the reason I'm doing it because I think it's worth it. Like, you know, like if it wasn't someone I didn't appreciate, I probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you definitely can't handle it and go through the whole struggle if you don't feel genuine things for the person.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you meet the right person, you just know
you just know
that this person is worth going for it.
Yeah, but then also it wasn't like we met in separate countries. Like we were in a relationship in the same country for like a year first, and then when I was going, it just didn't end. But at the same time, we knew what we were doing. Yeah. Well, especially I knew what I was doing because this is like my second long distance relationship. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah.
In my end, it was different because I got into it knowing that it was going to be, like, my boyfriend doesn't live here, he's never lived here, we've never been in the same city, we've only seen each other, this is really weird, but we've only seen each other 3 times, next week and 4. I'm so excited, oh my gosh, anyway. So for me, it was like, I feel like it was even like a bigger jump, because like we got into it knowing that we were in it as a long distance, and it's weird, but I mean, my brother's in a long distance, my parents were in a long distance for 8 years, they were married, they've been together for 25 years. So I guess there's an exception to the rule of what everyone thinks, right?
Yeah.
How do you, like, okay, so Babs is 8 hours different, 8?
Yeah, 8 hours.
How do you manage all that?
So because it's 8 hours, when I'm going to sleep, he's waking up. When I'm waking up, his day is over. So since we've been doing this for a while, like we kind of just know what the other person is doing based on the time. So we usually talk before I sleep or during my day when his day is like completely over.
Crazy.
And then he goes home every weekend, so then we get to FaceTime. We do FaceTime during the week as well, but mostly on the weekends. We share a calendar with our classes and our schedules and everything.
So cute.
So we know when we're both in class and stuff like that. Right. What about you guys?
So we're only 3 hours apart, so it's not that big, but you can actually feel, it's not the big of a time gap, but you can feel it. Yeah, you feel it. Like when it's his 7 when he's waking up, it's my 4 a.m. So it's like, whoa, it's early. I'm sleeping, of course. Honestly, we don't talk that much. Like, we don't FaceTime that much. Because we're both so busy.
Yeah, I think that helps. Like all 4 of us are like always busy. So you're no one is ever like, why aren't you texting me?
Right,
why aren't you this? It's like, I know he's busy. I'm busy too. So it's good that he's not even texting me because.
And it honestly makes time go faster. And like you just know that when you're gonna see him again, or I mean maybe you just don't know specifically when, but everything just comes faster and it's way easier than if you're just in high school, sitting doing nothing.
So much free time.
And you also get to focus on your work more. Like, if I had my boyfriend here, I would sacrifice a lot of my work. I'm sure I would, which is not good.
So this is something I realized. Every time people ask, oh, do you have a boyfriend? And you're like, yeah, he's in Ghana or he's wherever. They're like, why are you in a long distance relationship? Like, this is obviously not going to work. He's going to cheat on you, or you cheat on him, or blah, blah, blah. Like, why are you doing this if we're not going to get married? Like, all sorts of things. And it's just like, first of all, it's me, not you. Second of all, like, just calm down. Like,
there's this phrase in Spanish. It's like long distance, it rhymes in Spanish, but it's long distance relationship of 4, meaning like you're both cheating on each other and you both have no idea, and like how people just grab a very negative turn onto this whole like long distance relationship. It's upsetting. Like, we're actually putting the effort into doing this. We're actually like trying. Don't come here and tell me that It's my
like, what
life.
you're doing is pointless. Like they just become so negative, like all of a sudden. And maybe the person went through it and it was horrible for them, but that's your
problem.
thing.
Your
That's
life,
your like, you know. So I feel like it's just kind of awkward.
It's hard to deal with that. Like people's
Yeah.
negative. People just assume that you're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know people who have done it and that it's worked. So.
But I think also because mine has been on and off. Like the last time we broke up was kind of actually because of like the distance. And I mean I don't want to get too into it, but like it was getting hard. It was really hard, and so we ended it. But like we started again. Like I don't know. It's just like.
Yeah. Okay. This is my second long distance relationship as well, and the first one ended because it was getting hard. But I feel like we were also in a different situation. We were younger. We didn't have possibilities to like travel to see each other, and like we depended more on our parents, and it was harder. So I'm guessing this time could be more. It would have a bigger possibility of succeeding. It is hard though. I don't know if this applies for you. For me, we're both in college. After we graduate, none of us know what's gonna happen.
Same, yeah.
So it's like I can end up here, I can finish here, I can go back home. I don't. There's a really big, wide spectrum of possibilities, and I have no clue what's gonna happen for either of us.
Yeah.
So
I think that's when you actually have to think about like, okay, do we really want to do this? Because at that point, like you're starting to work, you're not going to have vacations like, oh, I have 3 months for summer, I have like a month for Christmas. Like,
or you can even take the weekend sometimes.
Yeah, like it gets more intense. So I think that's when like I will probably be like
questioning.
Yeah.
How do you deal with like feeling upset? Because I feel like when you're in the same physical place with someone, if you're upset, it's able to tell. Like, you're able to tell. How do you deal with that?
I guess over time you start to understand how the person communicates through texting and through their words.
True.
So then you understand, like, let's say every time he texts, he's like, okay, like OKAY or like yeah or something, and then one day he's like okay. And it's like, okay, there's obviously something
like,
wrong. Or like he sends you a message with like a full stop, and it's like okay.
I know
like
that
little
feeling.
things.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you just get to know how the person is.
Sure.
I mean, at first it'll obviously be like you don't know and you don't understand, and then you have to like, especially for girls, I think you have to be more vocal because guys they don't know anything.
And in the beginning,
so
when you don't know that about a person, it's so confusing. It's
Yeah.
so confusing.
So I feel like with girls, it's probably easier for us to notice when the other guy is mad, but for them it's like, oh, she's just saying something different, so
guys
whatever.
in the
So
mood,
then-
they just don't analyze.
Yeah, and then you have to be like, no, I'm mad because you did this and this and this and that and that and that, and yeah, and it's kind of like awkward. I don't like saying.
Yeah, I don't like
I
to. I don't like
do
to
that.
come up front with people, but you learn to do it.
Yeah,
you have to do it
because you get
um,
comfortable with the person.
The thing is, if you don't do it, you start building up and building up and building up, and then one day you just explode, and that's not healthy for the relationship. You need to communicate what's wrong in the moment. You can't wait 3 weeks, like, oh, because 3 weeks ago you did this and you did, and the guy's like, oh, why didn't you say anything?
Yeah.
You need to communicate in the moment, and you need to say exactly what you're feeling.
Yeah, and then get over it. Or maybe if it's like something little, just think about it. Like, okay, is this honestly something I want to be angry about,
Right.
or like, is it even worth it? And trust me, you probably forget about it in like the next 10 minutes because it probably wasn't worth
Yeah.
it.
I have a rule for myself. If I'm upset about something, I give it 1 hour. If in 1 hour I'm still feeling upset, I'll vocalize. Well, text it, I guess. But yeah, it's, you don't want to make a big deal out of little things when you're in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, don't
Because
start the small stuff.
It'll ruin the relationship. It will.
If you're thinking about getting into a long distance relationship, or you and your significant other are about to go to different cities for university or something, you guys should like talk about it. First of all, see if you really like the person. If you think this person is worth it, if you trust the person, because that's very, very important. Because if you don't trust the person, you'll be sitting here
Right.
paranoid as ever. And then also, what
I think it's also very important that you know that you can, or that you feel like you can have a future with this person. If this is if this is just a relationship that you're in just to not be by yourself and just be in a relationship, then forget about it. You guys are going to be living completely different lives, and merging those lives, it's hard and it takes an effort, and It's a lot of communication, so really, really think about it. Don't just go into it, because either of you is gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Or regret it. So thanks for watching, guys.
We hope we helped you out if you guys were thinking about it, or
Yeah.
if you guys are recovering from one and you didn't understand why it wasn't working. Maybe this
Or if
will help you.
Yeah, or if you're thinking about ending a relationship.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for watching. Bye. Share, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Bye.